appreciate everybody that was on the live commentary, reaction, and scoring for the Conor McGregor Khabib fight, man. This is the official reaction right here, man. It was just the craziest stuff I ever seen, man, tonight, man. And we gonna just cover it all in a reaction video, so I don't have to redo a review video. And I can just talk about whatever happens after it. But Conor McGregor tapped out. I believe it was in the 4th round. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV, talking MMA. And MMA was nuts tonight. Tony Ferguson, Derek Lewis. It was an excellent card, okay? It was a tremendous card. I think it was Dominic Reyes, can't remember his name. It was an excellent card, man. But what overshadowed the card, man, was Khabib getting into it, I guess, with Conor McGregor, team, coach. And we're going to talk about that. But, you know, McGregor came out trying to be aggressive, trying to attack Khabib in the first round. I think it was a 10-8 round in Khabib's favor. He mauled Conor McGregor on the ground easily. He mauled him. McGregor couldn't get out of it. Couldn't do nothing with Khabib on the ground. It was just just him mauling him, man, putting him, you know, getting in, fighting for position. McGregor was just looking for some help. You know, we was debating on the live stream, you know, could the referee break the action? But really, he couldn't break the action because Khabib was working the whole time. Khabib was working, moving, and all types of stuff. Okay, the second round come, McGregor, same thing. It was more of a domination. Khabib get McGregor on the ground again, start grounding, just pounding him. Then I think in the second round, Khabib got McGregor in a position of weakness and just started wielding on him with overhand rights, lefts. And I think he kind of punched himself out, but he was just wielding on Conor. The referee actually could have stopped it, but McGregor, you know, wasn't out. He still was alert, still was moving his head, still blocking. And Khabib just mauled him that whole round. But the negative was that Khabib had punched himself out, and he did not Conor McGregor out, but he mauled him. And I think legitimately you could have gave the first 2 rounds 10-8 in favor of Khabib. Khabib did tire himself out going into the 3rd round. McGregor had a lot of success. You know, he was trying to do the straight kick. He was hitting Khabib, and Khabib was landing a couple shots, but he was tired. You could tell Khabib was taking a deep breath from the pit of his stomach to try to control the breathing. And, you know, McGregor was having some success, but McGregor punching power wasn't big enough to really overcome or knock or hurt Khabib enough where he can get back into this fight. Khabib kind of got him on the cage towards the end of the round, but I think Conor McGregor took it regular 10-9 round in McGregor's favor. And then you go to the 4th round. Conor Khabib was taking the 3rd round off, I guess, to control and catch his breathing. Well, he caught his win, and he got a win. He started mauling McGregor again, mauling him again, and you know, Conor McGregor towards the end of the 4th round, I believe it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. He tapped out. McTappin. You know, he tapped out, and you know, Khabib got a good victory. Khabib let him go on time. Khabib was in the moment, and apparently, I don't know if people saying it was McGregor coach and McGregor team. They got rowdy. They got the banging in the crowd, and Khabib seeing his family. I got seeing his team, whatever, whoever it was. This dude hops over the cage, man. Okay, this dude hops over the cage, gets out in the crowd and start fighting and protecting or fighting for whatever. Now, I'm hearing that it was Conor McGregor team, and kind of like Khabib is still mad about Conor McGregor. You know, hitting the bus and breaking the glass window and coming over and doing that whole tirade. And then, you know, they get Khabib back into the octagon. Don Cormier, DC, he get out the crowd to try to control the situation. Then the crowd spill into the octagon, start beating up on Conor McGregor, start, you know, Khabib in there scrapping. It's just like a big melee, man. I had never seen nothing like that, man. You know, nothing like that, man. I really thought that the McGregor and Khabib thing in New York City was staged. I truly don't believe it was staged anymore. They changed my mind. Khabib he jumped over the cage, bro. He didn't waste no time. He jumped over the cage and got out there scrapping with civilians or whoever. and they was just banging. Then they got him back in the cage. Then the crowd, whoever they was fighting, poured into the cage. This is some real serious street beef they got going on between Khabib and Conor McGregor. They got the beating up on Conor McGregor after he done been through a war. He done tapped out. I mean, this was real animosity, real beef, and I don't think it's grounds for a rematch, okay? Because Khabib dominated all but one round, in my opinion, okay? But this is something that they really need to sit down with both camps and reconcile, man. Because, some people's lives are at stake, for this situation, man. Because it seems like it's real deep beef. It's real animosity here. And to be honest, man, Khabib could be facing charges. They did not give Khabib his belt. Dana White was saying something, but it had cut out. He said, I'll give you this belt. All these people here. Woo, woo, woo. So it could be an opportunity that Khabib could face charges. Okay. It's an opportunity that they can strip him of his belt. And he could be suspended and disciplined. Seriously. Those are grounds that can happen for him. He totally, in the heat of the moment, he lost his anger. He lost his composure. He overshadowed his victory. He overshadowed that he made Conor McGregor tap and eat his words. That wasn't enough to satisfy what all had happened to him when McGregor, throwing whatever at the glass and messing up that whole UFC event and stealing the shine. That wasn't enough for Khabib. He was in the moment, and Conor McGregor got a slap on the hand from the New York City a judge, whatever, from them. And Khabib was out there fighting with civilians, though, man. He was out there. His hands was registered right after a combat sport. Like I said, he could be facing charges. He's already from Russia, so they extra hard on foreigners knowing what's going on in this country. He could be stripped of his belt. They didn't give him his belt after the fight. I think they give it to him in the back still. And he could be subject to be suspended not only by the UFC and Dana White, but he could be suspended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Okay, and this totally took away from the joy, of him making Conor McGregor tap in a straight domination. I mean, this was 2 10-8 rounds, first, second round. And then I think Conor run the third, and then he made him tap in the fourth. This was a domination. This fight really was never competitive. McGregor tapped. He made him eat his words. Okay, he was on cloud 9. He still was in the heat of the moment. And whatever popped off outside of that octagon, which I'm pretty sure the story is going to start flowing out in the press conference in the hours coming, Khabib legitimately crawled over that cage to hand out more vengeance and more butt whoopings, man. And he legitimately put himself in a position to overshadow, his star being born today, him dominating Conor McGregor, and he also is probably going to take away a belt off of him. He's probably going to take money out of his pocket, and he's going to be suspended, man. Tony Ferguson had a good fight today as well. Looked really, really well. And I just think, we were talking about me and Callie on the live stream today. He was talking about, will Khabib be a star? And I don't think he has the personality, but I think kind of sounds stupid, he has the persona now. And the persona is that he going to whoop you inside the octagon and outside the octagon. He's a dirty, nasty dog. And I mean that in all the greatest ways possible. And I think this helped him. This helped the UFC tonight. Okay? Some people say they savages and this and that. But this brought more eyes to the UFC tonight. They garnished more fans in the UFC tonight after this. And it wasn't something that you want to promote. But controversy, adversity, and that garnishes viewerships. This was iconic. This was the parachute man getting in the ring for Holyfield fight. This was epic. This is promo that you can't draw up. This is promo that you can't orchestrate. This is promo that you can't buy. Right now, Khabib has become a legend. You know what I'm saying? He became a legend. Did he steal his own shine in the process of what he did to Conor McGregor? Yes, he did. And on the way to the ring, they walked McGregor first with all the officers to the back for his protection. Then they walked Khabib, and then they announced that Khabib had won by 4th round submission. But people still was cheering Conor McGregor. people still was anti-Khabib after this. And I understand him going to the crowd whooping some people, but people still supported Conor McGregor. And people will say, well, Conor McGregor might retire. He could retire after this, but people still supported Conor McGregor. Okay? These people still was behind him after he quit, after he tapped. These people still like Conor McGregor, and Khabib still was the villain. So Khabib is going to be that guy. I know he's Russian and what's going on with the Russians in this country and our president, but Khabib is just going to be the guy that's going to be the marked man. He going to be got to wear the black hat, and hopefully he can wear that black hat and make a lot of money and get past this. Do I think Dana White will strip him? No. He's too notorious. He's the notorious Khabib now. Okay? This his block. This his ship. This his boat. This his plane. This is his UFC right now. Okay? This him. Conor McGregor is an afterthought. Conor McGregor don't want no more. You know, they say Metro Boomin wants some more. No, Conor McGregor don't want no more of this guy. If he continues to fight on, you know, he going to have to move up or just get out this man's way because he can't beat this guy right now. Okay? This guy's style was all too rugged. His striking was good enough to get him where he needed to go, and his wrestling was too superb for Conor McGregor, man. And if Conor McGregor chooses to retire, so be it. I heard he was getting $40 million for this fight. He was promoting the fight as well, okay? If he signed a fight deal with UFC, it is what it is. The Mayweather rematch is definitely off now. Definitely off. You know, does the Nate Diaz trilogy make sense for him right now? You know, you got to ask him. It probably makes financial sense still because the crowd still love him. But he tapped out. He quit again. But Khabib overshadowed his victory. He did. Khabib overshadowed his victory by, you know, letting the moment get to him. But at the same time, his popularity just shot up. The UFC just shot up in market value. It just became that much more popular. Seriously. This was iconic. This is something 20 years down the line, 10, 15 years down the line, however old you are, you're going to be telling people, like, damn, I remember that shit. This was like Malice at the Palace with the Pistons and the Pacers fighting in the stands. This was that type of event. You know, on one of the biggest, probably turned out to be the biggest UFC card of all time. One of the biggest combat pay-per-view cards of all time. One of the biggest pay-per-views, period, probably all time, numbers-wise. It did, not only did this card exceed expectations, but the pageantry outside of the fight card, what happened after the fight, it just blew up. This is going to be viral. This is going to dominate the headlines for days to come, weeks to come. And I can't wait to see the numbers that they produce tonight. But still, congratulations to Khabib and McGregor for putting on a hell of a fight. I'm pretty sure the UFC and Dana White cashed in tonight. And if they didn't necessarily cash in on this pay-per-view, I mean, they got a lot of free promo and valuable promo. You know, this was a very, very, you know, valuable experience, man. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Let me know how you feel if you watched it live. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your raw emotions about what happened during this fight card. What happened when Khabib jumped over the octagon gate, a cage, and got the fight in the fence. What did you feel about this, man? What did you feel about this? And do you think Khabib should be stripped? Do you think Khabib should be suspended? Should he be charged? Let me know what you guys think and what you think about Conor McGregor. Is McGregor done? Should he move up in weight? Should he fight Khabib again? Should he do a trilogy with Nate Diaz? Okay. Goodfellas Sports TV. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you want to make a donation, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I definitely appreciate you. Check out our playlist. It kind of categorizes our content and what we talk about. I definitely appreciate everybody on my podcast.